Really? We ain't live? Still says upcoming. I don't get that.
Really?
Oh, we're live.
Sunday mornings at 9.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce, episode 17. Thanks to Unique Waterworks LLC, August 5 Designs, Eastside Engine Works, and Dragon Magic Productions. Good morning, Big Daddy Sauce. How are you on this fine Sunday morning?
Good morning, bud. Doing pretty good. Got my coffee. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Super excited to talk about one of the races we had yesterday.
Yes, we had some really good racing this weekend. Mainly that truck race was pretty good. A lot of battles going on. Quite a few of the races. We kicked off the week on Friday with the Handy Boats ARCA series. No Name coming off with the victory. The fastest lap going to Jeffrey. Then we had the Real Electric Truck Series with Jeffrey as the winner and the fastest lap. Took in the top points that day. That was a really good race. We'll discuss more on that here in a minute. And the August 5 Designs Xfinity was won by Bud, yours truly, and Otto with the fastest lap. Tonight's race is the Cup Series. Should be starting at 7. I believe that is 7.
7 Central, yes.
Yes. You said you wanted to talk about the truck race.
Well, we can kind of talk about the ARCA to begin with. That was at Mid Speedway. We had quite a few drivers in that one. How many drivers were in?
I believe we had 14 total.
Michigan, I think you had more than that.
That was at Michigan.
No, ARCA.
ARCA was at Michigan. Halo and Harbor.
Yeah. I thought you had more than, I thought you had 20 or something like that.
That's 15. 14.
Well, that race went a little haywire. I mean, that's pretty good. Went a little haywire. A little antsy, but got that race in. Then we went to the truck Saturday.
In Texas.
Texas Motor Speedway. And again, we had, I think, about 14 drivers in that one, 13, 14. And Man, that was such an awesome race. Multiple green flag pit stops. A lot of side by side racing strategies were playing out, and we had a caution late in the race on one of the last pit stops, and that kind of set us up for a little faux pas with you, and you're
My wheel.
decided to go haywire.
It was
That
crazy.
was
I
not
mean,
cool.
I felt during the race, right in the middle of the race, I felt the resistance of the force feedback just go. It was gone. There was no resistance whatsoever, but I still had throttle, brake, and my buttons wouldn't work.
Hmm.
I couldn't select pit. Then when it came to restart, nothing worked. My car just went straight to the wall. So I really hope that
Whatsoever,
the
but I still
folks
had
in NASCAR on this
reverb.
NASCAR game fix this because this is quite discerning. Ruins your race because your steering box broke. NASCAR's got cheap steering boxes. But with that said, I mean, it happens. I finished 13th in that truck series. That was quite the race, so I'll tell you that. There was some great racing. I was running up front for quite a bit of the race.
Having to turn down my phone here, getting messages, people saying they didn't get the notification because we were having difficulties getting the thing up and going once again. It
The starting
didn't want to
soon.
give us the chat. Yeah.
Correct.
So we had to reset a few times, and here we are. But no, that truck race was phenomenal. We ended up finishing it off. Had a green white check, or I don't think it was a green white checker, but it was pretty close. Really tight. I think there was like 9 or 10 of those trucks that were right there, nose tail going to the line, and Jeffrey pulled off the victory on that one. Um, super excited about all the drivers uh, that did excellent in that race. Everybody toned it back a notch and settled in really quick. And
Patience is the key. I mean, if you're patient in the race, just like you're driving on the highway, I understand you're late for work, but you got to get past this car, but you just got to be patient. This, Patience is the key, though. I mean, when drivers are patient, they don't wreck. They seem to be more respectful in that manner. It's very helpful. A lot more fun.
it helped. We did a practice run an hour before that. And people could get the feel for the truck and the final feel before we went green. And
I
we
will
did that
say
for the
this:
Xfinity race.
that the
Yeah.
practice races before the races, they're usually held an hour or so before. Those are just to get everybody comfortable, setting in, getting everybody ready for the event. Anybody who has, issues with not knowing what to do with their wedge and tires when they pit for the first time on the 2 series where you are not allowed to adjust your car. It's helpful to ask questions and discuss things as you and Bull were you were helping Bull the other day, and that really helped him a lot. And there were a couple other drivers that needed assistance, and they got a little help and improved their times, and they were able to manage their vehicle a lot better.
Yeah, it was nice giving the helping hand and getting people settled in before the race. But yeah, that truck race was excellent. Xfinity race. Some people didn't show up. Could have life things going on. Uh, who knows? But we ended up with 10 drivers in that one uh, at Rockingham, and
And there were some great
Xfinity
side by
car.
side going on that Rockingham track as well. As rough it is as it is, and as difficult a track as it is, we had some pretty good racing on that track.
You did, and the car is a tough one to tame at that track. So,
Definitely.
but everybody had fun that was in the race. It went off pretty good. So now we're going to move on to Bristol Cup race. Hopefully, we have a good turnout for that one. Everybody shows up, making sure everybody's got their get the practice in today. Practice, practice, practice. Tight track, tight racing, short track. So people are going to get lapped. It's going to happen. I personally am driving to survive. I believe I'm second in points, but Bristol is not one of my favorites. So I'm just
Yes.
gonna hang in there, give it my best, but keep it clean and calm. And I'll take a little bit of hit in the points, but I'll get it back at other tracks. And that's just the way real racing is. Not everybody's suited for every track, so you take your dings where you don't fare so well, and then you gate them back at the tracks you're really good at.
Exactly. And the main thing is to just be consistent, patient, and if you are second in points currently, C-Man with 224.
Seaman's having a good season. He's
C-Man
running
is
pretty solid. Yeah.
he's been quite consistent, patient, and even though you get caught up in certain situations, you have to put those under your belt and just keep proceeding and just keep an eye and be vigilant about your surroundings because that's so important. And I mean, if you see something going on up ahead of you, you know, you're not sure what's going to happen. Being cautious pays off.
Yeah, tonight I'll be running a new paint scheme tonight. Team Pegasus kind of revamped a few of their cars and got a little flashier, a little more colorful, good looking cars. Get to throw them under the lights at Bristol. Should be pretty good looking.
I did get a peek of it. It's a nice looking car.
I call it Flash.
Flash.
The Flash, yeah. But yeah, tonight's race would be pretty good. Mark's on.
Good.
We've had some high winds here in the other day, and I lost internet. That's why I could not make the ARCA race. I did not have internet at the time. And poor old Mark, he not only did he lose his power for quite a while, but I think he lost a little bit of his sighting too.
Oh, wow. I know those winds were down here at a couple days back, and y'all always get the weather that comes from here. It always travels up to your location up through that way and across. So, yeah, they were pretty strong winds down here.
Oh, I think they were like 50, 55 sustained, and they bursted up to 70, and they're pretty strong. But
Yes.
we all survived. We all had a little power outages, internet outage. We got it all back. We're all good to go now. Something interesting on the schedule. I think one of the drivers brought it up to us, and it was a good idea. So I think Bud, you told him to go ahead and put a poll out, make sure that's what the drivers would want,
Oh,
and
yeah. I knew where this was going to go. I knew how it was going to go. I just let it play out. I mean, it was
uh
inevitable. It was inevitable.
so on the schedule in the Xfinity, there is two road courses, and one of them being the Chicago Street Course. And I don't know if any of y'all have ever drove the Chicago Street Course.
If you don't know
It's
it,
it's
you're going to crash.
it,
100%.
it's doomed to fail. So anyway, the suggestion was to, since there was two road courses in the other series, one, move that part of the schedule to a different track, and the suggestion was to move it to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And so the poll went up, and without a hitch, 100% votes were to go to Indy. So I do believe we're going to be going to Indy and not quarters.
Right? And the Chicago race was appropriately named Mad Taxi. I mean, I knew what it was going to be, but with the powers that be, everybody voted to X that track out, and 'cause I know no one was happy about that track at all.
No, not particularly, but we moved it off. And speaking of moving off, I think you have some little bit of news in the F1 about moving or canceling.
Yes, we got, of course, with everything going on in Iran flinging missiles at the U.S. bases in other countries. The EU have canceled F1 two races, one in Bahrain. Driver, are you on the mic?
I'm here, yes.
There
Good morning.
he is. Good morning. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful.
Coffee and banana in hand?
No coffee, but definitely banana.
Indubitably. So, your input on the cancellation of the races over in the EU?
Well, it's not the first time. So, they gotta, as much as we love racing, and as much as they love racing, they gotta make sure their drivers and fans are in safe conditions. So, if they feel like that they need to cancel the races, well, I support them.
100%.
We're not the one. We're not the ones that are over there. We don't know what it's truly like. They're over there living the experience, so they know what it's like. So if it's that serious, if it wasn't that serious, I don't think they would be canceling these races. So I think for them making the cancellations,
Well, as
I think it says a little bit of
radicals
something.
as they are, I mean, that would be a perfect time to martyr stupidity. So I believe it's a
Yep.
good thing. Good choice. Good choice.
Yep. I think it was just a few years ago that they did the same thing. They ended up canceling a race because of some war stuff or whatever is going on over there.
I wonder if that will affect the golf tournaments
It was-
that they have over there as well.
I see that there was a lot of other events that were canceled over there too, but it didn't give any description of what it was. It just said other events were canceled. So I don't know. As long as people are safe, that's all that matters.
That's it exactly.
Oh, we're killing
So,
them.
so they
Stop
just
it.
went ahead. They just went ahead and canceled.
Yeah, they just
Rescheduled.
canceled the races, and the schedule went from 24 races down to 22 races. So
The season got cut short a little bit, but safety and priority is number one.
Yep.
It is what it is. They'll get back to it next year, hopefully. NASCAR news. Anybody got any? I think I hear some trickling of stuff I saw popping up in my feed this week, but
I'm trying
nothing crazy in NASCAR. For today's race, though, Toyota's got the front two rows.
Toyota.
Toyota, I think, has got a little dominating niche in NASCAR. They figured something out.
Yeah, these past 2 years they've been really dominant. Last year I said that they would win everything over, and I mean they ended up winning the manufacturers and all of that. But yeah, I think they're going places this year. I mean, you get Tyler Reddick who won the first 3 races of the season in Toyota. Blaney ended up ruining the streak with the Ford, but now you got Toyota drivers all up in the field. Yeah, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace, and Kyle Larson as your top 5. Larson winning the Xfinity race yesterday, so he's got that momentum coming in, and he's always been good at Vegas and the Cup cars anyways, so maybe Chevy can finally get a win this season.
It's supposed to be pretty hot. It's supposed to be pretty hot in Phoenix as well.
Yeah, it's usually a little warm there.
Or not
A
Phoenix,
little warm.
Vegas. I'm sorry.
Close enough.
Yeah, just close enough from each other. Might as well be the same track, huh?
Exactly.
So I see that Creed was apologetic for Las Vegas incident with Gray. I have no idea.
Yeah, I missed the race yesterday because I was doing a race, but yeah, I'll have to go back through the highlights and see what happened.
I
All I
enjoy
know is
watching the
Larson ended up
highlights.
winning.
Yeah, I guess Carl Larson won. So he was racing in the number 88 Junior Motorsports Chevrolet. That's what I see here.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Who was that?
Kyle
Kyle
Larson.
Larson.
No, it was still for
It says right
Hendrick.
here in the number 88.
Is
Junior
it?
Yeah, he
Motorsports
made his
Chevrolet.
first start of the 2006 in the number JR Motorsports Chevrolet.
Oh,
Larson won the O'Reilly Series at the race. So let's take a look at that real quick. See if that's a pretty nifty looking car. And I don't see any photos of it. You gotta be kidding me.
it was still just a normal Hendrick scheme for him. It wasn't anything. I know it wasn't anything special.
HendrickCars.com was the sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was more of an internal agency sponsored race car. I think that's kind of like a little. I mean, it's money to the team. It's a tax write-off. I mean, there are a lot of legalities involved in self-sponsorship like that, but sometimes it'll hurt you.
Oh, check this headline out. This one just came out. Kyle Busch has spoken with film writer for Days of Thunder sequel ideas. A recent report indicated that the long-awaited Days of Thunder sequel is closer to becoming a reality.
Yes, it is. There's been hush-hush about it. There's not been a lot of information released about it. However, if you pay attention to Dale Jr., I think, has a lot to do with this movie. And I think there are other NASCAR teams and drivers that are going to take part in this. I think there's going to be more NASCAR involvement in this movie than there was in the last, by far.
So here's part of the statement here. Legendary producer Jerry Bruckheimer, who also deeply involved in the development for the recent hit F1 movie, has indicated in previous interviews that a sequel to the 90s NASCAR film was actively being discussed. Cruz himself has echoed that sentiment in multiple comments and spoke with NASCAR legend and close friend Jeff Gordon about it. So that'd be pretty interesting to get a sequel to that. They already did a sequel to Top Guns.
Oh, I believe it's coming. It's been long awaited. There was a little talk about it a year ago, and then it kind of fell off the lips of everybody. Now it's coming back. So I believe 27, 28. That's my prediction.
Oh, it'd be at least a few years out. Yeah. Kind of trying to look to see what the Creed apologetic for the incident was. I wonder what that was. To get into him late in the race or what? But anyway. So yeah, NASCAR is at Las Vegas, I take it. Cool. We ran Las Vegas. Did we not already?
I
You
believe
have,
we
yes.
have, yes.
And that was a pretty good race.
Vegas is a good track. It's a fun track. It's
Yep.
very reminiscent, very similar to Charlotte in a way. If you were to cross a few tracks together, Charlotte, Texas, and it's not bad.
Yeah, I like Vegas. That was pretty tough. My win came at Echo Park, Atlanta, if you will, but I would have really liked to won Las Vegas. What you got? I heard you. Oh, he sees something.
No, I'm just reading on the Sheldon Creed incident. He ended up getting into Taylor Gray on lap 148 and ended up taking him out of the race, basically. But apparently it seemed like that he was blocking Creed for a little bit, and Creed said basically, "Man, that was my fault, but you can only block a guy so many times." So
True.
it was basically it was coming to him eventually, but he didn't want it to be that essentially. But the fact that he knows that he still messed up and everything, even though he was thinking about dumping him anyways. Basically,
And
that's what it seems
I
like
will
to me.
attest to that when you're behind someone and it's hard to get by them, especially when they block, which is it's understandable. You're gonna block to an extent, but it's hard to get by them, and sometimes you get to that inside and you just have enough on them that they try to come down and you touch their side quarter fender and then they go back up, and that's your chance. I mean, it's sometimes you got to put your nose in there just to say, "Hey, I'm here. I want that spot." I know Christy and I had an incident like that yesterday.
You did?
Yes, sir. A couple times actually.
Was it in the truck race or the Xfinity?
I believe it was in both races, to be honest with you, because he and I had our side-by-side action going on in both races quite a bit.
Are we developing a rival?
I think it might be, mate.
Well, look at that.
A little
You
Pegasus Lone Star rival here.
Oh, look at that. And it was at Texas. That's your backyard.
Indubitably. Got to be strong in Texas, but my vehicle just wasn't that strong in Texas.
You lost your steering. What can you do?
Yeah, mechanical failure, unpredictable.
You better get on your crew chief and Pegasus had a good, strong team in that truck race.
And I have noticed Pegasus Pegasus drivers battling each other on many occasions. They are competitive, whether they're teammates or not. That's for sure.
Oh, that's been the case even when it was in G. I think we're more rivals within our own garage than we are with anybody else.
But what's nice about that, though, you can still have the rivalry within your garage, but also still get along and communicate with each other and not take everything so, personal and negative.
But I think that's why the rivalry within the garage exists. We are close knit. We both on the game and outside the few of us that we're pretty close knit, and all because we're right our age. I mean, we're all 1 year apart.
Right.
We're all August babies, and it just we just blend well. And when you get up on the track, and we just always seem to find ourselves around each other. So
it's nice to hang with guys, that are, like-minded individuals, close to age. I mean, we have very similar tastes, flavors. I mean, it's unique, You get a nice.
It is. We get along.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we get along really well. We like each other's company. Like you said, we relate really well. So.
Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of groups of us that several different groups who have all met each other in real life. In fact, we have events coming up. Hopefully we can all get together in Indianapolis for a NASCAR race. That would be fantastic. I know NVR will be in COTA 4th through the 6th.
There you go.
About
staying
4 or
on
5 drivers
RV
there.
and
Hmm.
yeah, that's cool. I don't know if the Indianapolis thing's going to kick off or not. I got a procedure in April and money could get a little tight, but we'll see. We'll plan that out a little further. Meekum auctions also there. That was the deal about that. If anybody's ever been to a Meekum big like Barrett
Yes.
Jackson or whatever,
Yes, we've been discussing that as well.
man, those are amazing things.
Some beautiful cars,
Classics and
classics.
oh man, I mean you see everything from a $6,000-7,000 car that's going to get an auction off. It just you get to walk around them. It is about buying and selling, but ultimately the crowd that goes in there, anybody can go to one of these. It's kind of like a car show, if you will.
And it's not near as expensive as a NASCAR race.
Oh no, I think the last I looked, it was $20 to get in at the Meekum auction in Indy, and it's an all-day thing. They have vendors and stuff. See all the cool cars,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they do show them off when they're not being auctioned. They're out with the hoods open and stuff, and people are checking them out. Like I said, just a big car show. And if you're a car guy or a car girl or whatever, just check one of those out. If one's around you, I highly recommend. It's a good time.
I've always enjoyed going to car auctions, car shows. Those are always attracting.
Yeah, it's nice to see and live, especially if you're older.
Hmm.
Uh, the cars that you don't see anymore, or even the cars you never did get. I
Exactly.
mean, I was born in the '70s, so I never got to see a '55 Chevy sitting on the lot brand new.
Right.
So, and the '38 Fords and stuff, they're awesome. I know that we make cars today built on today's technology, but there's just something about what they built back then that was just so unique and
Well, this Defenders, take that for example. I mean, you go up to a lot of modern cars today, you can push in a fender with your knuckle. The cars back then, you really couldn't. It was, thicker steel, harder steel, and I mean, they were stiff. Took
well,
more
the
to
frames
dent.
are, yeah, the frames were just pure steel. Now they're just unibodies and
Exactly. Crumple
yeah,
zones, they call it, to
yep.
protect people. I understand the concept, but I mean, back in the day, the cars were tough, but vicious. Everything's changed over time. They say for the better, but it's nostalgic to see the old button shifter. That blows a little kid's mind. Well, nowadays, today with the Lincoln and it didn't really take off. There were some cars that were push button shifter and this, that, and the other, and that really didn't take off. The futuristic aspect back then was more aerospace vision driven. Cars with the big wings, and they tried to get it to look like a rocket ship, and everything was space focused.
The nose of the cars were shaped,
Correct.
and it's,
Pointed.
like,
Yep.
yeah, pointier. But you also got to think about back then, they were putting futuristic ideas in them, the technology they were trying to expand on. One of my favorite things is, you ever seen a '63 split window Corvette?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the only year they made the split window.
Hmm.
And if you ever looked into the split window, oh, it's a small car to begin. It's just a two-seater, two
Hmm.
bucket seats.
Hmm.
But if you look at the dash and the center console, the radio is vertical. It is not horizontal, which is in a car. And the reason that is, it was so small, they had nowhere in the dash to mount it horizontally. They
Hmm.
had to put it in vertically.
Right.
And it's just so unique in how they had these things. I asked a buddy of mine at work a while back if you had your choice of any car in the world at any given, what would it be? And the thought process behind this is what I asked was, like, I love the '85 Buick Grand National, but technically speaking, I could buy one if I wanted to. I mean, we're only talking $40,000 to $50,000. I could go buy one.
Right.
So it's technically within my reach right now. So my thought process is, what is outside your reach if you were given a car? You know what I mean? $500,000 car or whatever. Well, this guy said, I still would go with a 63 split window because it was the only year they ever made a car, and it was so special. And I have to agree with that thought.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I have owned 1 year make models of vehicles before and regret to have ever gotten rid of them.
Oh, yeah.
Those to
That's
me
funny you say
are
that,
the
though,
most
too.
sought after, though. I mean, you get those 1 year makes where they made that body style only that 1 year. Those cars are to me the most sought after.
Oh, and they're expensive because they're just 1 year makes, and
Correct.
they didn't make it.
The rarity.
It's
of
not
them,
like today's. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the most.
they just
appealing
weren't
part.
mass produced. Yeah. Go ahead, X. It sounds like you.
I'll say
What you got?
it's funny that you're talking about that because that is honestly the split window Corvette is my favorite car and my true dream car. Corvettes have always been my favorite car of all time. Don't know why. I just always loved them. Besides the C3 bodies, I didn't like the little Stingray look. I did like some of the performance they had with it, but I'm definitely 100% a Corvette fan, like all day long. Like growing up, and used to people played bingo. If you saw a yellow car, you yelled it. But no, me, it was Corvette. I had these suckers miles away before we could even see them. I'm like, there's a Corvette coming around that corner. Sure enough, there's a Corvette coming around that corner. Like. Yeah, it's even growing up. I had split window Corvette photos just all over my wall. Everything Corvette and basically just in my room.
Oh, Blazer had put in chat he likes the '87 GNX twin turbo.
Blazer needs to get in this chat because me.
He is in the chat, I think. He was at one point.
He's in the chat.
Yeah,
him in
he
here.
is. He is in here.
He's
Well, unmute.
muted.
I'm muted.
You're muted.
He's muted.
Not anymore.
You remember on our trade?
Morse code.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
You cut out.
We're breaking up. Actually, we're breaking up too.
Yeah.
That's Discord for you.
1 second while I fix that.
I think my favorite car of all time is the 70 split bumper Camaro. 70 and a half split bumper Camaro to be precise. Round tail lights, split front end. That is one of my all-time favorite cars. They didn't make it very long. There are a few others. I know the AMC had some vicious muscle cars back in the day. A buddy of mine had one that it was a total sleeper car. Never thought that it had the muscle and power that it had. He used to take it drag racing. And you'd look at the car and wouldn't even think twice. Wouldn't think twice.
No, what I was saying is me and Blazer had an experience with a Corvette coming back from the meeting with Dark Purple we had here in Ohio last year. You remember that, Blazer?
Yeah, I do.
We're heading back. Sun is almost set. And I have a 2024 Chevy Trax, the new style. And we're rolling down the highway, and we're just jamming the radio, and Blazer's son's with us, and we're just having a good old time, drive back. And next thing I know, here comes I look in the rearview mirror, and this dude is just flooring it. He's flying, dude. Left lane just passes us. I think it was a new Stingray, but I could be wrong. Blazer was his Stingray.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
He flew by us. Dude had to be going 120 at least, and it just shook my tracks. The wake of it just shook us. Things so fast.
Yeah, there are a couple of those running around here locally. Corvette has changed quite a bit over the years. Now they're a mid-engine Corvette, are they not?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
The C8's on up.
And I'm kind of the Corvette used to be really loose in the rear end because it was, so light. So now I wonder, what the braking and turning will be with the mid-engine, with all that weight being in the rear now, not in the front. So I would love to drive one.
So, Blazer, the question is, the topic, if you had any car in the world that you could pick from, what would it be?
Pinto! No.
I'm not sure. I mean,
That's a tough one because
I
there are
still my
so
favorite car for the longest time has always been the '87 GNX. It was last year they made them twin turbo. They only made them 1 year, and it was the fastest production car in the world at the time when it was made.
many.
It had 2-door G body.
GNXs are expensive now. Like true GNXs.
Yes, they are.
Like you're looking at an average just for a bare minimum one of 100K. I've seen some of them go up for upwards of 200, even a quarter mil. It's insane.
I've got one.
But that's a good car to guess as what car you would want if you could pick any car.
Yep.
Now, my thought would be something I could not afford, no matter, unless I became a billionaire. But I personally, outside the standards of the older vehicles, I really love the brand new Aston Martin DBX S. It's an SUV, but it's got 726 or 728 horsepower V8.
Yeah, it's a nasty machine. Nasty.
And everything I've read on it is okay. So you've got the Lamborghini. What's that called? Is that the
Urus?
The Urus, yeah. And then you got the Porsche.
It's actually pronounced the Urus.
Urus.
That's how it's actually pronounced.
Us Americans, we pronunciate differently, but anyway, you got the Porsche SUV, then of course the badass Ferrari Parasangue. And the Parasangue is actually the fastest out of all of them because I think it does have a V12 in it, which is amazing. But
can't forget about the Trackhawk.
I was about to say,
What's
can't
the
forget
Trackhawk?
about the Trackhawk. That's a Jeep.
Oh. But
American's version.
the Aston Martin is the most well-rounded out of all the super or the luxury super SUVs, both in handling and horsepower, well-rounded. So the Aston Martin, it keeps that Aston Martin front end still alive in it, and it just looks amazing.
There's some nice-looking, sleek-looking cars nowadays.
But I do believe the Aston Martin DBX S is going for over 300,000 brand new.
I'll say a car that's unrealistic for me that I would take, honestly, would have to be the 2005 Celine S7.
Yeah.
I always loved the Celine S7 growing up. Like, that thing was nasty. And I just love the way it looked for some reason. Like, it looks like a cheap little box car from a Pinewood Derby competition, but that thing is slick. Especially in the red that they had. Oh my lord.
Well, you speak about the paints on them. I think I was reading on the Aston Martin that the paint that they use on them is $20,000 alone just for the paints.
Oh yeah, a lot of those European paints are expensive because they do it by so many layers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Just for a Lamborghini itself, I think they spend I think it was 16 hours just on painting alone per vehicle.
Yeah, those steps and procedures they take
Like,
over there are quite different.
yep. And only one person paints per vehicle. They don't have multiple people painting a vehicle because each person's technique is different. So they got to keep one person on a vehicle, and that right there is that's an insane work. And there's a video of them painting a Murcielago on YouTube that I watched. That's some insane work. And not to mention too with Ferrari and their hand painted badge. That's an interesting one too. I mean, it's stenciled, but they still, it's still good work there. I think that's the coolest thing of any manufacturer for a badge.
No. Yeah, so we're talking about new cars versus old cars, and again, the technology that's here today versus back then. But some of these automakers just they have always continued to amaze at what they can produce. And like you said, the Corvettes have been one of those examples throughout the years. As I think what is the new one? Is it called the ZR1?
Well, they got a few different models of it. They got the regular ZR1 still, and then they got, I forgot the middle body style, but then they got the ZR1X, which is their 1200 or so horsepower one, and it does 0 to 60 in like 2.2 or mid 2-second range.
Scary fast.
And it's only a $200 to $250,000 car. It's putting these higher end cars to shame right now. Like Chevy just changed the supercar world 100% with this Corvette that they just came out with.
Their change was the affordability.
Exactly. Yep. It's like literally, it's comparable. It's almost comparable to a Veyron right now. And that's what a lot of people have been comparing it to, is a Veyron. And it's like, you tell me for like 5 million, 1,600 horsepower, and this 1,200 horsepower car that's 200K is faster than this thing and on the straight line almost. Definitely doesn't get in the top speed wise, but for track wise, it would definitely beat Bugatti, I think. I mean, the track time not to mention too, they did all their times at Nürburgring with the engineers. Like, not only did they show the cars fast, but they showed that the most basic person can drive these cars. They didn't go out and have professional drivers go out and put the lap. They put the engineers, the ones who built the car, the one who actually understands the vehicle.
And Chevy's been doing that for a while. I mean, they even did it with the Corvettes until they discontinued them. The Corvettes were just amazing. I mean, the Camaros, my bad. The Camaros were just amazing.
Yes.
For many years, you had the Mustang versus the Camaro battle, and Chevy was always taking whatever they come up with for the next year over to Nuremberg and running these things. I mean, you can go on YouTube and watch the runs, the lap times they were putting on these things. Just how stable they were, how I mean, that's a heavy car.
Right.
The Camaro is a heavy car.
Yep.
And just because of the wide body of it and the engineering that they put in behind these things. And then they were like, okay, here to the public, here it is. And I mean, X, you have one. And
I do.
And the handling and the stability of these cars are just truly amazing.
One of the best handling cars that I've ever driven. Like I got the V6 version. Oh, it should
Nothing
go
wrong with
V8,
that.
but
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, this car is amazing. I've had 4 bangers that have actually had worse fuel mileage than this V6 right here that I've had. Before I did all the work I did to it, it was getting a little bit over 500 miles to the tank. It's got a big gas tank. It's got a 19-gallon tank. It's bigger than normal than most vehicles. It's almost a truck tank right there. But the fact too that I still get 27 miles highway, and I get 18 still to the city.
And that still beats a lot of cars that you can buy on the lot, and that's still comparable to what, like a Camry or whatever.
Yep, it is. Even a newer Camry, the newest Camry, it's like holy crap. But the newest Camry, it's pretty slick too. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. But they made this Camaro affordable because the V6. Because I actually looked at them I was looking at a V6 Camaro, and I actually built mine on the website to what I would have wanted, and I was only looking at $36,000, brand new.
Yep.
That's really affordable.
I'm excited to see this new Z28, the last model that they're doing. It's supposed
They're
to be
not
all
making a Camaro, are they?
No, they are. They're doing it's a track style Z28. Is what they're doing. It's a all carbon fiber body.
Mm-hmm.
It's a forgot what was it, 4.7, I think, or 5.7 V8, whatever, pushing like 550 horsepower out, but like 700 or 600 foot-pounds of torque or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically their new ZL1 in a way, the new track ZL1, but they went back to the old Z28 style, and that's what the new Gen 7 NASCARs are based off of. That's why they're able to keep the Camaro front end because Chevy was able to get enough. Pre-orders for them to make like it was like 500 cars, I think is what they got to do or whatever.
Right. Yep. They have to be a special order, but you have to produce so many. Yeah.
Let's see here. It's actually let me look it up. Let me look it up to double check.
And while he's doing that, let's remind everybody out there. Thanks for watching on the New Velocity YouTube channel, but don't forget that we do have a website at www.newvelocityracing.com. Upcoming schedules, point standings, garages, trophy room, all kinds of stuff and more are there. Updated kind of frequently. Bud's got his hands full. He's been really, now that we're into the seasonal, further in depth at point standings and calculations and all the other good stuff that he has to do there. But the website is there. Make sure you check it out. All the good stuff is there, so please check that out. If you're watching or listening on this right here, right now, or if you're watching any videos, live streams, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an episode of Coffee with Bud and Bigdaddysauce. And by all means, we love to hear from you. Comment on any video or the live streams. We'll try to respond back to you. Love hearing from you. Love the fan base. We're growing. Check out the shorts that we're putting out too. Lots of good shorts we're putting out. Little clips of racing and so forth. Those are getting a lot of hits, a lot of views. Still growing, still going forward. But we love all our fans. We love all our drivers. Love to hear from you. What'd you find out, X?
I am still searching.
Bud, you got anything?
I can't find. So
Mark Burns.
Some of the specs was off, bro. I'm seeing, but it's.
Mark Burns is saying his favorite that he would do is a Chevy Silverado 78 short bed.
Nice truck, square body.
My favorite pickup trucks were always the older ones with the side steps.
Step sides, yes.
With the wooden beds. Step sides,
Now,
yeah.
If I was going to do a truck, it would be a 1967 Chevy C10.
Give me that Ford Lightning.
63 and 64 were good. That's when they made the change. Those
I'll have to
were
do some more
nice
research
trucks.
on this because I can't find
Nice to
nothing
have.
right now.
We had a 67 Chevy on the farm that my grandfather converted into a dump truck. Had a straight six in it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That thing hauled everything that you put in it. It didn't care. It'd just go.
Them straight six motors
That's why he
were
did
pretty
it.
stout, yes.
Yeah, it was a 3-speed with a granny gear. That thing didn't care what you put in. That thing was overloaded all the time. It didn't care.
That's what we should do: is have an NVR parade and then put Bud in a car with a rumble seat in the back,
There you go.
like a grand marshal.
Yeah. 34 coupe. Mother-in-law seat.
Yep.
Or you can stick me in a. Let's see what else. Old T-Bird. The old T-Bird used to have the mother-in-law seat in the back, did it not? Or was that the Lincoln?
I don't know. X, you still dabbling with that thing?
Yeah, everything I'm finding now, it's saying it's rumored, but I know a few months ago I seen that they confirmed one. But the motor, it's a 5.5 liter V8 that they're doing. It's supposed to produce 600, 700 horsepower, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit off what I was expecting. But
Wow.
they're also saying that it could either be twin turboed or naturally aspirated. It's like, well, last time you said it was just going to be a natural. Now you're telling me it's going to be a twin turbo? I don't know what's going on here. So I'm going to dig some more.
From what I'm seeing, it says 5.8 or 5.5 liter V8 with twin turbo.
Yeah.
Approximately 750 horsepower, or the LT6 naturally aspirated unit, which is 670 horsepower.
Yeah.
Well, since it'll be especially ordered, they'll probably figure out which one makes more sense to put in it for what the people that are putting the orders in want.
Or maybe that's an option, twin turbo, or you can get that one.
I mean, they already make these motors now, don't they?
Yes. Yeah, it's all motors that they've already had.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't like they're taking it over to, who turns it into The Exorcist?
Hennessy
and having them do anything with it. Which wouldn't hurt at all if Hennessy could drop some stuff into it.
That would be kind of nasty. Send Hennessy and the new ZR1X, see if they can make it even faster. See what they can get out of it. Yo.
Yeah, give them a year with it and watch what they do. Hennessy is amazing. I tell you what else is unique, that Ford and Chevy, and I'm not sure if any other manufacturers did it, but you ever seen the Ford Cobra Jet and the
Yep.
what is it, the Chevy Copo?
I don't know about the Cobra, but I've seen the Cobra Jet. That's a nasty motherfucker.
Well, the Copo is the Cobra Jet for Chevy. It's their version of it in the Camaro. Yep, it's the Copo. Yep. Yeah, they're limited runs. They all have the badges on what production number they are.
Those are the strictly drag cars, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yep.
But they're also street legal, though.
It was their first versions of basically Dodge's Demon, in a way.
Right. But they've been making them for years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're $1 million cars.
Before even like around before 2010 or around there, they came out, right?
What, the Cobra Jets and stuff? I think they went back further than that. Because I seen one at a meet on TV that one day, and I immediately texted my buddy. I was like, come on, check this damn thing out. And because they started the thing, and I was just like, what the hell is that? I'm not a Ford guy, but I wanted one.
Listening to a loping engine is so satisfactory.
Oh my God. And that is something I do miss. I'm not a big NASCAR fan. I've been trying to get back into it since they kind of brought back a little bit, pulled back more. But I do miss those older gen cars, the motors and the sounds. When I went to Michigan and sat in the infield, it was just amazing. It's something I will never forget.
The smell of the exhaust is another thing that's memory inducing. You get that smell embedded in your memory.
Well, it's one of your strongest senses, so. The strongest sense tied to memory. That's what it was. Yeah.
So the first
Go ahead.
Cobra jet was introduced in 1968,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2008 is when they did the 40th anniversary. That's the car that I remember.
Yeah.
The newer Mustang style. But I can't find anything on the Chevy Copus or whatever.
Copo Camaro.
Copo
C-O-
Camaro.
I think it's COPPO, I believe is how you spell it.
Oh wait, no, I've seen these before.
Yeah.
I know what these are. Okay, yeah. Never
I
mind.
believe Chevy does it the same way Ford. They only make 100 of them, and they're all individually badged their number.
Well, Chevy's Copos are
The
actually
Copos were
legal.
drag cars.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they were
they are
sold
drag
without
cars.
they were sold
Yeah.
without VINs or titles.
Mm.
Yeah, they were strictly for drag racing.
Yeah.
But it's their version of the Cobra Jet, if you will. Their way of doing it. Yeah.
Their answer.
And I
to
have
it.
seen a Copo. Yeah, I've seen a Copo.
Hey!
Yeah.
Come
Mirror.
Blazers outside, ladies and gentlemen, yelling things.
Sorry.
The first Copo Camaro was in 1969, so 1 year after
Mm-hmm.
Ford's. And then they did their program in 2012, 4 years after.
There's
Late
always that
bastards.
Ford and Chevy rival thing. Yep.
Yep.
But they're pretty cool cars, man. You hear one of those light up. Oh. Yeah, you can just pull up a lawn chair and just go, let it sit there and idle for a half an hour. I'm good. Everybody else shut up. I'm just relaxing.
Right.
So they had a few different models, different motors for these cars.
Oh, yeah?
The biggest one was 1,004 horsepower, 632 cubic inch big block. Then they had a 580 horsepower supercharged 350 V8, or you had a 470 horsepower naturally aspirated 427 in it.
The 427.
I ain't gonna lie, I've had a few people tell me I should put a 427 in my Camaro,
Yes.
and
Oh,
it has been a thought. It has been a thought. Hey,
No,
buddy, you know what we're gonna do with that shed, huh?
right.
No, save your money up and send your damn car to Hennessy.
You know how much that is? At that point, the money that I'm spending to send it over to Hennessy, I might as well just go buy a ZR1X myself.
Yeah, but you'll be the only one with it. Because they custom it to you, what you want done with it. And I think Hennessy only calls the ZR or ZL the Exorcist. So if you send them a stock, the stock V8 or the V6, they're not called Exorcist.
Sending your car to Hennessy, you're going to spend an average of $20,000 to $150,000 for them just to upgrade your car, and that's just like minimal cost.
Mm-hmm. But you'll have something
And
that
then-
most people won't have.
Guaranteed to have something nobody else will have.
Most people won't have, yeah.
Hennessy Venom V6 Camaro.
Yep. That would be sweet.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this motor can actually push a decent amount of power. To be honest with you,
Well, it can.
like
What was the V6? 300 and something horsepower, wasn't it?
so it says for them it's like 325, but it's like 290, a little bit under 300.
Now, if you send it to Hennessy, you'd probably get it up to around 500. Probably about 500.
Because right now with all the exhausts I've done even without it too, it's probably a little bit over 300 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right over it. And if I get a proper tune on it, I could probably get it between maybe 325 and 350 itself.
Hmm.
What's nice about a lot of these modern cars now, you don't have to do parts, and you can just flash the computer to change
Yeah.
the timing, advance the timing, and back in the day, we didn't have all that. We had to, adjust the
Mm-mm.
timing physically. We had to put a different cam in it or different pistons. It wasn't computer driven.
Advance the carburetors
Yeah,
and
exactly.
intakes and yeah. But
Adjust the
that was more
valves.
fun back then, though.
Oh yeah. They've not really taken the fun out of it. They've made it quite simple now to just enter these digits and enter this code, and we'll change this, and your horsepower jumps 20.
Yeah, but come on, climbing in the actual hood of the car and changing your headers out, your
As much as you
carburetor and
cuss
all
and
that.
get pissed off, you still enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're memories, man. And then you're just so proud to show it off
hmm
because you had something shiny.
When I was young, I used to want to be a mechanic really bad. And as you got older, you learned that mechanics go to school regularly to keep up on new advancements in parts and
Hmm.
the technology, and it got to where I didn't want that anymore because of all of the re-education that you had to do, and you had to keep learning this, and there's so many variations that some mechanics turned from being a general mechanic into specialized mechanics to where they only work on air conditioners, only work on the brakes and suspension. You know, guys, you don't see a
Yeah,
lot
you're
of generals
basically
anymore.
IT for a car.
Correct. You don't see a lot of general mechanics anymore.
Well, you do. That just half of them are, they can't work on the other stuff.
hmm
I mean, the interior, you still got to pull stuff off. You still got door panels
Oh
and
yeah.
blah blah that you got to rip apart. But like my tracks, the radio, the infotainment went out and fairly fast. Which my tracks was the first year run of it, so that was nothing that was too shocking. So they just had to order a new one and stick it in. Like you were saying, somebody had to have gone to school on how to rip that out with the electronic, put it back in, and reprogram it and get the updates in it. Not like you're just pulling out a dash radio and then just hooking a few wires back in and there it is.
There are some vehicles that are pulling a dash is the most pain in the butt thing you can do. I know in a Dodge pickup,
Oh yeah.
it's a royal pain in the ass to change out the heater core just because of
Oh.
you have to take the whole dash out.
Mm-hmm.
And then inevitably, once you get it back together, you're gonna have a little rattle, and it's gonna drive you insane.
Well, it was a good conversation today, Bud. I think we got a good topic on vehicles and stuff. We're going to go ahead and start closing this out a little bit. We'd like to thank everybody who joined the chat, both on the YouTube channel and on voice chat at the mic. Hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in tonight here on the same channel and check out the cup race we have at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. Should be a fun time. Hit like and subscribe. Please hit that. That means everything to us. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming live feeds or anything. And I'm going to turn it over to Bud here so he can close us out. Oh, by the way, thanks X for all the information.
Thank you,
No
everybody.
problem.
Appreciate you for tuning in. Again, like to thank all our sponsors: Unique Waterworks LLC, A5 Designs, Eastside Engine Works, Dragon Magic Productions. Thank you. I forgot. Joke of the day: a depressed race car mechanic goes to his psychiatrist, and he says, "Doc," he says, "I'm a mechanic and I work for a race car driver, and it's utterly depressing. I mean, I get to fix his car up, maintain it, tune it to perfection. but never once, not ever once, do I get to take it out for a spin. It's pretty crushing. It's depressing. And I think such a, a wonderful thing like that, I should be out there enjoying it, letting it purr. But I'll never get to enjoy it. The doc looks at him. He says, well, sir, I think I understand just fine. My brother-in-law has the exact same problem. Oh, is he a mechanic as well? He said, no, he's a gynecologist.